Good evening. It's Sunday night, and that means it's MRL night, Moose Racing League, and tonight, with me, Andy Ragequit, it's Tier 2, it's Round 3, and we are heading to Hungary to race around a rather delicious track that has very few opportunities for overtaking. However, there are some technical areas of the track which will allow people to make moves based on other people's mistakes. We've seen some glorious racing in the first two rounds of MRL in Tier 2 with our championship leader Andy. Back-to-back wins in that clearly overpowered Mercedes car. We have got 4.3 kilometers of racing, 2.738 miles, only 14 turns with 2 DRS zones, both very close next to each other. The first DRS zone on the straightaway there is the best opportunity that people have for overtaking into turn 1. Turn 2, there's not a great deal of overtaking to be had there in that first sector, in that second DRS zone. The rest of the track, essentially the drivers have just got to keep their heads, keep their cool, and make sure that they have enough in their locker to ensure that they stay close enough to have a go down that home straight. Here we go then. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's Tier 2 showtime for MRL on Sunday night. And it's Tier 2. And the Red Bull of Kermit Attacks gets a lightning start into P1. But can the traction of J-Joe make it back around into turn 2 and 3? J-Joe claims P1 back from Kermit. Don't know what's happening in the back of the field. We've got some places changing hands. But J-Joe claims P1 back off Kermit Attacks. Looks like we've got two McLarens very close to each other in Don't Blink and Atmos. We may well have had a yellow flag, and it's Moo Irons out in the gravel, it looks like.
Oh yeah, thanks, idiot. Thank you so much. Just cut me off. Like, that's... I'm sorry.
Welcome in then, everybody. Hope you're having a most magnificent start to your week. Fake Mano then. Fake Mano is next to City of R. That's close. Tiny little bit of contact perhaps. Might have compromised City of R as we come round. No, he's still got Fake Mano.
All right, welcome to the 7th round of the MRL No Assist Championship. We're getting ready to go into Barcelona, Spain for what is shaping up to be a pretty heated championship, actually, at the current moment. Things have been getting pretty close. I think there's still 4 drivers at least in contention for the No Assist title. And so this is going to be a really important race. Joining me once again is Pat. No surprise there. What do you expect to see?
I'm expecting a great battle at the front. It's going to be a good race. We only have 16 to my knowledge. We're missing on Epic Wins who did sign up. That's another epic loss for him, but we'll see if he decides to show up during qualifying. But it's Barcelona. We had some great action all day. I'm hoping for more of the same, which these drivers showed it earlier today. So we just need a good show.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the McLarens here do better than the McLarens did in real life, I'll be able to feel a little better. Yeah,
make you suffer.
Yeah, by the way, I learned a couple things. For the reason why Bottas is doing so badly, apparently he got underfloor damage again.
Oh.
Yeah, right? The man can't catch a break. At the same time, I'm not surprised considering the Alfa Romeo car is basically made of paper mache, so I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of Barcelona, Spain, for a little bit of an overview, we do have a reserve of the top 3, that being Nathan Pocus. And no more reserves for the rest of the season, so that's why the grid may seem a little bit smaller. Sim damage will destroy the underbodies, funnily enough, just like what happened to Bottas just earlier today. So it can easily cause damage if you ride on the curbs too much, so you need to be a little bit careful how you do that. Of course, though, when you're going through, in order to get the best time, you need to run on the curb, so there is a little bit of a risk there. So if you want to maximize your speed, you got to take a little bit curvier in there. But if you want to protect the car, it's all about analyzing those risks and trusting in your own driver capabilities, or avoiding that risk and sacrificing a bit of speed for the sake of consistency. But for a little bit of a view of the standings, we have them right here. So right now there is a 1 point gap between first and second place in the championship. Chile with 77, Yellow with 76. Nathan Pocus just 10 points behind him, and Drunken Shamrock just 10 points behind Nathan. These are the four that I think are in contention at the current moment. Now, Moldy Dragon could get in on this, but it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, and as for everybody else, it's going to be quite difficult, to say the least, to bring back up that gap. So I gotta say, it is quite impressive and quite exciting that the championship is as close as it is, which means this round is going to be critical, because after this, we only got 2 more left.
Yeah, I mean, especially for some of the drivers like Drunken, Moldy, Nathan, and even Giants.
Yeah, apologies for that technical difficulties. I needed to invite back. Okay, that,
I'd sent you one.
yeah, my internet just completely crashed there. That's fun.
Things you love to see.
This is why when I'm moving, I am not getting AT&T. Seriously, like for those who don't know, I work in IT, so I have to deal with AT&T customer service on a regular basis. I would genuinely rather watch paint dry than have to deal with them. But then thankfully we don't have to worry about anything like that. But while we're here, we can take a look at the circuit. So the circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, in Catalunya, Spain, what a surprise there, has 16 turns in total, 2 DRS zones, 1 down the main straight, 1 down the back straight just after turn 9. And it's going to be a very close and tight track, yet just enough room for overtaking throughout. Now, the one thing that ruins this entire circuit is that back chicane, which I utterly, absolutely despise. Thankfully, though, that is going to be completely removed from the equation going to the next game, as they now have just gone that nice right-hander instead, which is going to immediately improve the flow of the circuit. And speaking of the circuit, we have drivers making their way through right now. Most of them have already put down a time, but we'll see how the others compare. Jaja put in a brilliant lap on medium tires, no less. So he can easily go way faster than that, but it depends on if he wants to throw quali this time or not.
He might. But I'm looking at Nathan right now, who is setting purple 1 and purple 2, going through the terrible chicane, and gonna come around the final corner and maybe throw it on provisional pole here. What does he do?
He does
It
do
is
it.
provisional pole, 17.7.
Yeah, that's an impressive time, and like we said, he's in contention for the title, so getting that pole is going to make a world of a difference for him. Chile, though, is right behind as well. Giants, man, he could potentially get in on the title, but that's going to be a very, very difficult. So people are already practicing the right-hander instead of the chicane. Giants fan actually kind of followed them through. Yeah, and for some reason it's utterly collapsing at the moment. Why? Why is it happening now?
I don't know.
Okay, we are
Apologies to
experiencing...
everyone watching.
Yeah, we are experiencing technical difficulties for seemingly no reason. I mean,
Did you get back in?
yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's running exactly the way I run it every single time. I even make sure, like, all my other devices are not connected to the Wi-Fi, so then it doesn't interfere. And yet it's still doing this.
Yeah, your Discord audio from me, you're cutting in and out, so I have no idea when you're talking.
Of course I am.
Let's see.
Okay, we are back now, thankfully. Let's just hope it stays that way. That is... I'm looking at my rate, and it's not looking great. Um, it's just like going up and down over and over again.
Oh
It's
Lord.
like bright green, it looks great, and then like a second later, it's in the red. I'm screwed. Like, it's kind of infuriating at the current moment. But hopefully we can get some stability going. As Drunken Shamrock put a pretty stable time up there, just a little bit ahead of his teammate. Right now, we have McLaren on the second row. For Drunken Shamrock, if he wants to fight, needs to gain a second if he wants to get a hold of pole position.
Yeah. He's got a lot of time to find, but he has a lot of time to get that time.
Okay. Just check my settings to make sure it wasn't on low latency or something. It's on normal latency.
Anthony Jenkins looking to finish his run. He's looking good at the moment. Won't be going for pole. He has not been putting in purple sectors, but we'll see if he can put it into the top 5. Around the final corner. Coming to the line, and Anthony Jenkins goes third fastest. There you go, 18.3.
Yeah, I gotta say that is a pretty good time. His teammate is a little bit further down, but he's getting started on a flyer of his own, I think. Either that or he just put in a lap. No,
I think he's starting it right now.
Yeah, he is starting it right now. So JoJo's making his way around. Now, through turn 4, I think it is technically, you can almost go flat out through there. Almost.
Yeah. Almost.
No, with a couple of the older cars, you like 2020, you almost could. Well, okay, no, it is turn 3. The long right hand.
Yeah.
As long as you brake well at the beginning of the turn, you can just push 100% at the end, which is ideal. You don't want to brake mid-turn because it just kills all the momentum that you have. Now, they did round out this turn, turn 10, which definitely improves the flow of the circuit a little. And then, of course, they're removing the chicane up ahead, which is going to fix the circuit at long last. I mean, it's like playing a song, and the melody is great and everything, and then on the final note of the song, they play intentionally off-key. Or right when they're about to hit the final note, they just cut it off.
JoJo not good run 19.4.
Yeah, I think he's got more pace in him. I think that may have just not been an ideal run, because he did burn a portion of his ERS early on.
Yep.
Nathan puts
Very
in
good.
the new best time. Look at that, 17.2 just about. And Giants fan gets close. Chili Willy even closer to that. And Whipples as well is out there. We now have both Williams on the second row instead of both McLarens. The McLarens are down at 6th and 8th. Wait, is that a car off
Looks
track?
like a yellow snowman just started. Maybe?
Giants fan. He was going a little bit slowly, but we also have Moo Irons just taking his time in the gravel. I think he's just trying to avoid any other drivers going on a flyer, and he takes the right-hander as well. What is going on here?
What is JoJo doing? Norbash spun.
I think JoJo just wanted to say hi to Moo Irons real quick. I think. I don't know. Either that, or he was turning his Mercedes into the world's most expensive lawnmower. Could be either or.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, Yellow Snowman, he's in the fight for the title as well, and right now he's down in P14. He needs to find some extra time. And according to the Sector 2 gap, he's gained nearly a second. How much more has he gained crossing the line? He manages to put himself only P7. I actually expected a little bit more than that.
Yeah, he ran wide at turn 10, which ruined the run. He
So
was
that,
on definitely for top 5, but that running wide there kills it.
yeah, I mean, Giants fan and Whipples being as close as they are, that is really, really good news for him.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Freebird's on a good run here. About half a second quicker through Sector 1. Interested to see what he's got through Sector 2. 1.2 ahead.
I mean, 1.2 is a good amount gained, but at the moment, that's only going to put him one position up. But if he gained a little bit more time, he could get into contention with the rest of the midfield.
It looks like that definitely will. That was a good chicane there.
Yeah, it's very easy to mess up with that chicane, and while, yeah, he did only make up one place. So that is a good improvement, and if he continues that rate of improvement, he'll be able to get himself within the midfield. But, yeah, that chicane, it it can be what makes your lap or absolutely ruins it. It is incredibly easy
Mm-hmm.
to mess up, especially the exit part of it. So you need to
Mm-hmm.
go in very carefully, especially if you're trying to make a move. But the problem is, of course, if you're trying to catch up to a car, that chicane kills all the momentum that you had, which is why when that right-hander comes in, the racing here is going to be that
Mm-hmm.
much better for it.
Right. Hmm. Who's even on a lap right now? No one's really on a real lap. Looks like Benz is about to start one mage.
Yeah, Benzo is doing significantly better than his teammate, but we're starting to reach that calm before the storm, which makes it a perfect time for Benzo to take his lap. He has no traffic to worry about for the most part. But soon we're going to see all these people who are waiting in the pits go out for one final run, probably when there's less than 2 minutes left to go. Once we see that
Mm-hmm.
159 hit, I can guarantee you we'll see at least 4 or 5 cars come out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if people are getting impeded as they look to be coming out right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit earlier than expected.
It looks like only 2 cars, but maybe the others are waiting there a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, there still is plenty of time, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Although you're starting to see a couple more come out. Looks like Williams and a Mercedes coming out on track now. Make that both
Here's the
Mercedes.
rush. Everyone's coming out of the pits.
Oh, and Moo Irons, who was on his flyer, he's gone straight into the wall. His lap is utterly... Well, he broke his car. Okay.
His qualifying is ruined.
Well, yeah, so is his front left tire.
I think he's more worried about the car being ruined than that tire at the moment.
And unfortunately, that
Oh
means he's going
no,
to be starting
Molden's
to
coming to the
left.
Mercs.
Well, he managed to get past one with no issues, and there is another Merc up ahead, but I think Joe will be able to at least get up to the DRS zone and then get himself out of the way. Benzo, meanwhile, he's up to P8, but yeah, he was actually down in Sector 1.
Yeah, not the greatest Sector 1. He was only a little bit off, though, so he can recover through Sector 2. Not the best. He has enough fuel for another run, though, Mage, so he might slow it down, but I don't know how much you can slow down
Yeah,
and get it done.
Molly Dragon's making his way through. Oh, he went way too wide at the start of the chicane. That has completely messed up his lap. But still, he should be able to put in a solid enough time, solid enough to not gain any positions. Actually, wait, did I miss something? I think honestly
No,
that
he gained like 2/100ths of a second and gained nothing.
okay. Well, yeah, he lost all his
Oh,
momentum at the chicane, and Jada's making his way around now. Turn 3, he's on a flyer. His teammate is not too far behind. We see plenty of others on flyers. Now, what's worrying is for JoJo is that he could easily get caught up in all this traffic, and we're all also going on a final run.
I don't think he's gonna have an issue. He's got enough of a gap that they should all be well out of the way by the time he gets there. If not, hopefully they know to get out of the way. Otherwise, that could be a penalty coming their way. There's a little rhyme for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be cutting a little bit close. He's at the very least gonna hit the McLarens, I think. JoJo, now if that's correct, it could be in comparison to 10th place, but he did hit a purple sector too, so at the very least he is finding a good amount of improvement here. We'll see how much improvement he's found as he's getting ready to hit the chicane. I mean, like I said before, this is a make or break section, and it looks like JoJo certainly made it. I think he could have gone a little bit wider on the exit, perhaps, but still, that was really well done crossing the line. He puts himself P7. That's going to be his best finish. Benzo's going to finish 7th. Anthony Jenkins 5th. Of course, a driver behind could potentially beat them. Drunken Shamrock, I think, is one of those candidates. But he's going to need to find a lot more time in this lap to pull it off. He's getting nearly a 10th, so he's already a portion of the way there. Whipple's down in Sector 1. Chili Willy is across the line and is now P2 by a small hair's width, I guess you could say. Giants fan, barely P3. Whipples wanting to maybe gain a bit of time, but he's burnt all his ERS, so he's got none left. Meanwhile, Nathan crosses the line. He improves further to almost the 17th flat. Brilliant lap from him, and I think that's pole position secured for him. Which I gotta say is impressive because he's a reserve driver, the only reserve driver left, and he's proving why, you know, he deserves a full-time seat next season.
Oh yeah, and Mage and I talked about this during the off. It's
Yeah.
the pits. No, he's backwards. Okay.
Well,
Don't get disqualified, please.
Well, Gary just did his best Beyblade impression. I have to say that was quite
He broke his
impressive.
front wing.
Yeah, Gary is qualifying, just got completely ruined there. He's going to start just outside of the top 10 at P11. Taking pole, though, is going to be Nathan, followed up by Chili Willy. 2 Williams on the second row. And then we got Drunken Shamrock stuck in a Mercedes sandwich of Anthony and JoJo. Yellow Snowman down in P8, not where he needs to be to fight for the title. Benzo down to 9th, Boom and Knight 10th, Gary 11th, Molly Dragon 12th, Norm Bash 13th, Balam 14th, and Freebird 15th.
And don't forget Iron 16th.
Well, yeah, we already know.
But back to what I was saying a second ago, before the whole moment. Mage and I talked about this. Snowman did honestly the right call of cutting off the reserves to protect the integrity of the championship going down the way. And he did allow Nathan to race, who is very well in the fight, which we both agreed was the right call. Because if he doesn't let him race, he ruins the chance he has to win the title.
Yeah, I do agree. I'm very glad that he was allowed to continue because, I mean, that would just be ruining a lot of good entertainment for us, you know? And I'm glad that he's able to fight for this. But I'm going to be getting ready for the main race in just a second, and I'll be back.
All right. As Mitch goes for a second, I'll let you know if the pit crews are T-posing again. We hope that they are not, but we saw it in Tier 1, so I expect we'll see it again. Hopefully Mage gets back before lights out, but we'll see. It depends on how quickly everyone readies up for this race. I'll give you a quick race prediction as we're waiting. I'm gonna go with Nathan. I think Nathan's just been on for. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. He's been killing it. I expect him to be good. I am expecting a crash in turn. Maybe we see a Giants fan and Chili on the podium. Well, hopefully he finds his way close. We do know he's not the greatest qualifying driver, but he has great race pace. So
Yeah.
we'll just wait and see on that one.
Yeah, it's looking pretty overcast. If any of the drivers are watching, could you confirm if it's going to be raining again?
I will check with Yellow because I think he's streaming.
Okay.
It is dry. Dry.
That's disappointing.
You just want the rain.
I want the rain to happen. I mean, look at the past two races that we had in the wet. They were absolutely incredible races.
Real quick, Mage, before we start, I gave my winner prediction. I said, Nathan, what do you think?
I agree.
He's just been on form. He really has been.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the moment he heard he can still play for the title, he just decided, you know what, I'm gonna send it just so that I can say, hey, I'm a reserve driver and I beat all of the main guys. I think he would never let anyone live that down, and honestly, I'd be there for that.
Oh, never.
Yeah,
but here we go. It's all. Oh, we have a formation lap.
Wait, we do? Uh-oh. That's different.
Oh, well, do you want to do tires real quick?
I mean, yeah, I was about to say, perfect opportunity. It is mostly hard tire runners on the start, with the exception of Chili, Giants Fan, Drunken Shamrock, JJ, Moldy Dragon, Freebird, and Moo Irons. And everybody else is on the hard tires, so not a surprise there. But it is going to be really overcast, so that means it's going to be pretty cold on the ground, which is bad news for the hard tire runners, because it's already difficult enough to get those things heated up, on the formation lap no less. So these drivers are going to have to play it
Yellow's point of I saw from Yellow's point of view that as Nathan goes off the track and nearly hits Chili. Good thing they're not qualified, but it will clear up to be full sunny weather by the end of the race. So those drivers on the hard who will pit for the mediums will have a major advantage with a warm track on the faster compound. Mage and I have talked about this before.
Yeah.
I do love the choice of hards first.
Yeah, I prefer mediums first, mainly because I just prefer a more aggressive start and also banking on an early safety car to occur.
That's why the hards are a better choice. You could go medium, as Nathan is struggling for grip.
I mean, yeah, but you could also just pit for hards and make it the rest of the race.
This is also true. Well, that went in with a puncture. You predicted that in Tier 1.
Oh, really? I actually missed the tail end of it, but someone did get a puncture. Okay.
Puncture last lap, so
yep.
Hard start, like pitting from the start, is very risky. Got nailed the tire safe, but it looks like the last driver is just going on the final corner. I say the last driver. The last driver currently is a Moldy Dragon.
Yeah,
as people are crashing the car.
All right.
Yeah, Midnight messed up.
Yep, just a few moments remaining before the start of this race. We've got Moo Irons lining up now. We're going to be running in just a moment. The cars are sliding. Am I the only one seeing this? All right, here we go. The fiber lights are coming on here in Barcelona. The game is giving me a terrible camera angle as we get underway. Nathan is going to make a very good launch. He immediately gets a clean getaway. Drunken Shamrock makes up a couple places off the start. Up into third place as Chili tries to chase after Nathan. And there's a big crash behind. Drunken Shamrock is all the way down to dead last. I think he got punted into turn 1, which is unfortunate for him. He was fighting for the title and he's far down. Yellow Snowman has lost a couple of places. Anthony Jenkins gains a couple of places. JJ's down to P10. Why didn't it seem like he really slowed down there? Something must have happened to him. I'm unsure as to what. Meanwhile, Moldy Dragon makes up a place, and man, my connection is unstable right now. These cars are just glitching all over the place for me. JJ, though, manages to get up to P9 as he's got the two Ferraris chasing him while he's trying to chase the Haas of Gary. Meanwhile, Chili's going to make a dive on Nathan here. Can he find his way past the Alpine and get up into the lead and continue to fight for the title? The two almost come together there. But they do manage to keep themselves apart, still side by side, going into the right-hander. They're going to be side by side in the chicane, aren't they? Leaving barely any room between the two. Chili taking the inside advantage. does manage to pull it off and take the lead. But I don't think Nathan's out of this fight just yet. He's going to get a nice toe right behind the Alfa Romeo, and he's got a lot of straight line speed as well. It's going to be enough to potentially make a dive on the inside and get alongside. He backs out, though. Interesting decision there.
Chip covered that perfectly, but Mage, lap one's been pandemonium.
Oh my god. Hello?
Oh, yep. I was saying it's been pandemonium.
Oh yeah, Giants fan and Gary are both in, which is really fortunate. Drunken Shamrock, though, he's been on a tear after that incident. He's already up to P10, and he's looking to gain another position on Normbach here. Looking.
Looks like Moldy and Yellow going at it currently.
Yeah, Moldy Dragon is putting in some work right now and giving Yellow Summit a really hard time. Drunken Shamrock is just looking on, waiting for an opportunity to pounce and make his way past. Oh, but he struggled a little bit there at the chicane. DRS is now enabled, but I don't think Drunken Shamrock...
Yellow Snowman there. It's been getting worse. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. What is with my internet right now?
I don't know.
Why is it doing this?
I don't know. I just sent you an invite.
Yeah. I'm gonna reset the game. I apologize to everybody. I have no idea what's going on. Then again, AT&T did have an outage in the local area, and that was over the course of a whole week. Wouldn't be surprised if somehow that started to affect me.
Sorry about that. Respond to a work text.
Yeah, seriously
Oh,
though.
Nathan and Chili going at it for the lead. Nathan is spun. Oh my, oh my. Do you need another invite or are you good?
I'm loading in.
Alright, I just sent you another one just in case.
Yeah. This connection is just super unstable.
Midnight and Benzo going at it. I'm trying to give you some sort of commentary while we're trying to get Mage back in. Top 4 right now is Chili, Nathan, Benzo, and Midnight. Benzo absolutely flying in the start of this race. I would say biggest gainer right now is a tie between Benzo and Midnight, both up 6. Biggest loser right now is Giants fan, who got collected earlier on, I do believe. Nathan back into the lead of this race. He's back ahead of Chili.
Yeah, right now you got a bit of a DRS train. Benzo has a very angry McLaren, 2 Mercedes, an Aston Martin, and yet another McLaren, all tailing behind. As Moldy Dragon spins out! He got on the curve way too hard and completely lost the car. The 2 Aston Martins are having a terrible race right now. Very unfortunate. As Chili gets past Nathan and retakes the lead. Midnight.
There's one good thing for the Aston Martin right now is that Moldy Dragon made a perfect flick maneuver.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Midnight did manage to pull off the move on the Red Bull and get ahead into 3rd, but Benzo, he's got a really good run on the McLaren. He's on the inside line. He's going to be able to take advantage of that, maybe retake 3rd place, but he loses out on the outside line. And he's forced to stay in 4th. And it's at another... Moldy Dragon is just having a terrible time in Barcelona right now.
Oh, we lost Midnight.
Yeah, that's bad news for Moo. He just got up into 3rd place, and now with 60 AI, I think it is, he's at high risk of losing it. Yeah, I think he's going to be safe at least for the moment, but if he doesn't get back by the main straight, he's absolutely ruined.
That's gonna be tough to get in that quickly.
Yeah.
We'll see though. I've been wrong before, I could be wrong again. I have not seen that he's rejoined yet. And he could be passed by not just 1, but maybe 2. He just got back.
Well, that's good. Hopefully he
He
can
has
join
a
back
gap,
in
though.
time. He's got a little bit of a gap, but that Red Bull is
He's got
closing it.
ERS going.
Uh,
But
yeah,
Benzo gets him.
Benzo just completely cleared him there. Benzo is now up into third place, but all this squabbling is playing perfectly for Chili and Nathan as they resume their duel. Chili is right on the heels of Nathan, wanting to find a way through. Now, the main thing is that these two are on entirely different strategies, opposite strategies, really. So Nathan, it's in his best interest to keep Chili behind him because if he's able to keep up on the hards, then he'll surely be able to outpace him when they switch. And Nathan is on the faster tire over Chili.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Oh, Chili's going to get a great run here on the inside. Perhaps he's going to die. Wait, he didn't activate DRS. Why?
What?
He didn't activate DRS.
Why didn't he activate DRS?
I don't know. Did he forget?
Huh?
Did he forget to use it? It's broken like Max Verstappen was in 2022. I
No,
mean,
it's like Lando's car. It's broken.
yeah. Yeah. Well, his car really was broken during the race today, which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, Whipples goes around the outside of Milan and gets ahead into the points positions. Nathan gets the fastest lap of the race now, as Chili is going to gain on him and dive on the inside into turn one, perhaps? He thought about it, but just was out of range.
It was also a terrible idea if he was going to go for it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Anthony gets ahead of Moon Midnight, and Benzo is having really good pace right now. Meanwhile, Chili gets ahead on the inside of Nathan. He's back in the lead. Chili needs to try and pull a second gap to get Nathan out of the DRS range if he hopes to potentially win this race. As long as Nathan sticks close, he's got the advantage.
And that was at turn 4. I was not expecting to see that at all. I was more expecting it here on the back end of DRS.
Oh, and that's Gary spun around at the final corner. He's really struggling at the moment. 37 seconds back, and soon at risk of being a lap, not even a third of the way through the race.
Yeah, not good for him. Unfortunately, I think we might see a retirement in the pits from him.
Yeah, meanwhile, Drunken Shamrock overtakes his teammate and is now chasing after Anthony, this is really impressive for Drunken Shamrock. I mean, he got spun at turn 1 at the start of this race, dead last with a few seconds, and now is all the way up into the top 5, now chasing after 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the pace he's showing right now, I think he could very well end up on the podium as Moon Midnight disconnects again.
I got him.
Yeah, he's going to start tumbling down the order at this rate. As Yellow Flag in Sector 1 does Whipples off the track. And Williams, after such a brilliant qualifying, both on the second row, are now out of the points at 12th and 13th, stuck between the two Aston Martins. Oh, and actually, Chili did pull that second gap. So Chili is in a good spot now. He just needs to continue to press that gap, as Nathan is desperately trying to close it and get a hold of that DRS he so desperately needs.
Yeah, he's not just building a gap, he's finding more purple sectors for Chili. Could he find another fastest lap? Nope. Not here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Drunken Shamrock is on the heels of Anthony. He's going to get a good opportunity to make a move right now. Does he have the speed to clear the Mercedes? Oh, he absolutely does. He flies past and is now up into 4th, free to chase after Benzo. We'll keep an eye on Drunken Shamrock as he continues this absolute charge back up into the podium.
Irons just spun himself out of a points position all the way down to P14. He spun on the exit of the chicane, which is not where you want to spin it.
Yeah, it's been a disaster of a race for Williams and Aston Martin, at least for the moment. Very unfortunate for them. Ferrari isn't faring too much better, but at least they have both cars in the points. Meanwhile, Mercedes and McLaren are both doing marginally better, and then we have a couple outliers up here. Unfortunately, the top three have none of their teammates in the top 10 with them. And well, two of them are entirely missing their teammates.
Mm-hmm. My irons is out. That might be a safety car.
That's going to be a safety car. Well, that's
It is a
great.
safety car.
That is who just put on fresh hard tires.
And also the main runners as well. They're going to have some great pace immediately, but the more they use it up, the quicker they're going to die out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The plane that burns twice as bright burns twice as fast, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And what is with my internet today? Just of all days, today it decides to not work right. Yeah, every single other race
The
this
leaders
season
are
is great.
pitting.
Wait, Chili, I can understand
Chili's
pitting.
in, and
Nathan, though, I question this decision. It's Drunken Shamrock pitting, yes he is. Move Midnight, he's a little bit further back, but will he fall? Wait, Drunken Shamrock
Drunken's retired.
Did he crash?
It-
He crashed!
He did. Hit
Oh
entry.
my God. Why?
Oh no!
Drunken Shamrock crashed into the pit wall and is out of the race after getting spun out at turn 1, lap 1, making a heroic comeback drive. He's now out.
He was on for the best race of the season, and he's been remarkable this entire season.
Oh yeah, this is really bad for him. Like really, really bad.
Wiffles is out now.
Wiffles is out as well. I think has he just crashed? I think he just
He
crashed.
crashed on track.
What is going on?
Out of turn 11. That's
Okay.
turn 11 entry of 12. What did he do?
I think he just lost the car on the curb, if I had to guess. I think
I'm going on to Gary to see if I could see it. He spun it, and he lost a rear tire.
Okay,
Lost the rear.
I do have the standings here. Let me pull this.
Oh, we're gonna look at that real quick.
Yeah, because Drunken Shamrock, he's gonna be P4. He's getting no points this race. That could very well put him out of the title fight at this rate. It's really bad news for him.
That really can.
Yeah, Yellow Snowman isn't
take
in
a
a
look.
great position himself. I think at the moment, I mean, it's close between Chili and Nathan. If Nathan gets to win here, it's going to help him close the gap by a few points. So I think it's still going to be close between the top three, but unfortunately, I think this DNF has put Drunken Shamrock out of the fight. Technically, in terms of points, let's say hypothetically he wins the final 2 races and everybody else DNFs, he can still win the title, but, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
feasibly, I don't think so, which is really unfortunate.
Right. Yeah, he's had a remarkable season. It's just a shame it ended like this. Benzo, if he finishes like this, he won't win the championship. He won't even be in the fight, but it'll be great for confidence boost going to next season.
Oh yeah, I mean he's had some pretty good drives. I mean honestly, the best highlights has been how good he was with the strategy. I think he's taken some notes from the IRL Red Bull strategy team. He has genuinely made some great calls that really helped him out, and I think he's improved his pace overall over the course of this season.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at where we are, Moldy Dragon will also be out of the fight. Giants fan right now also out of the fight. But yeah, it really what it looks like now it will come down to Chili and Nathan. Chili will have a much bigger advantage, bigger by about 3 more points, so he will lead against Nathan by instead of 11 by 14 with 2 to go if it stands.
Yep.
And Yellow would drop to 3rd behind Nathan, which is very interesting.
For Kakamo asking for what happened to Drunken Shamrock, he went into the pits and crashed into the pit lane wall in DNF.
Yeah, he pulled the mage.
Well, no, I've never done that.
Yet.
No.
You're saying you'll never do it.
I mean, unless someone hits me into the pit wall, which I mean, considering how much of a
Can be
crash magnet I am,
arranged.
that is very, very possible.
I can arrange that for you if you want.
Yeah, seriously, the fact that I am a crash magnet is one of the reasons why I quit racing for the rest of this game's life cycle.
Hashtag mage for T5 next season.
I mean, I might. I mean, it depends on how the feel of the game is. If I like the feel of it, then I'll do it. If not, I'm gonna just stick with commentating, or I'll reserve and see how I feel about it. It all depends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let's see here. I want to take a look at where we are on people gaining and losing. Benzo's up 8 spots. That is great for him. He still has to pit though. Midnight, who has made his stop, he'll probably have to make another. He might be able to go to the end. We'll see. 6, he's having good. Norm Bash, Balam, both up 5. Moldy up 2. Freebird up 4. Then we have Giants fan down 9, involved in one of the the lap incidents. And Gary, who's had a terrible race, very unfortunate. He'll finally be able to catch up compared to being a lap down. So he's lucked out big time. He has lost 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we're going in.
Yeah, bringing in a special guest for a second, my cat.
Oh,
Hello.
El Gato?
Yep.
Hello, El Gato. Your thoughts on the race?
He doesn't like being up that high. he
What-
prefers to be
what are your
laying down
cat's
on my
thoughts
lap
on
the
the
whole
race?
time. He's not that interested, to be honest.
But here we go, Mage. I'll leave it to you.
Yep, we're going to be getting back underway. Benzo's going to have to try and jump them off, and if he can, he's just going to try and just boost it immediately, like right about now. Or not. He's going to wait a little bit longer,
Now?
but he's got to get
There we
moving
go.
soon. Not an ideal run, because that's going to allow Chili to make a dive on him into turn 1. If he's going to send it, I think he's thinking about it. But he's not going to do it. Never mind. Yellow Snowman, though, gets ahead of the Mercedes and up ahead now into 5th place. Just good news for him. It's going to put him closer into this title fight. Right now, it's Chili, Nathan, Yellow Snowman in this fight. Who Midnight, meanwhile, trying to catch up as Chili makes a move on Benzo to get ahead into the lead. Nathan wanting to follow suit and get into 2nd place. He manages to pull it off. Nathan is on the medium tires. I don't think he'll be able to make it to the end. I think he's going to have to pit again. But he's chasing after Chili. Now, the two were relatively even before. And that was Nathan on the silver tire. So I think Nathan has a real advantage at the current moment.
Nathan could find a way to make it to the end, but it's definitely puncturing. He has to nurse him all the way.
Yeah, I mean, those mediums are going to be practically dead. Ideally, I think he's going to try and hope for a slightly later safety car, perhaps. Maybe go on a set of soft tires to the end. But Nathan's going to get a really good run here. Oh yeah, he's going to be able to get alongside at the very least. What a late move right there. If that was any later, he would have hit the back of that Alfa Romeo. But he manages to get alongside and does pull off the move, and he gets ahead into the lead.
Yeah. Definite good racing. I was very scared when he made that late move.
Yeah, that was very familiar, I guess you could say, for those who've seen Alonso's late moves. I thought that was going to be a repeat of history there. Yeah, thankfully though, things went better than Air Alonso in Coda last year, so you know.
Or Air Alonso at Australia.
Yeah, or the Second French Revolution in Brazil.
That's still going on.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love how Alonso is still clowning on Alpine after he left into Aston Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just. I mean, Alonso is a full villain, and he embraces it. He's basically the heel.
Oh, yellow flags. Midnight spun. No.
And, well, it's not just Williams and Aston Martin having a disaster of a race now. We could throw in McLaren with that as well. So every single Mercedes-powered team, the exception of Mercedes themselves, is having a nightmare of a race.
Mage is loving that McLaren's at the bottom.
My life is nothing but pain.
Welcome to the life of a Ferrari fan.
Well, trying to think from a perspective. What's worse, being a McLaren fan right now or a Ferrari fan right now?
Might be a bit of both.
I mean, at least a McLaren, you're expecting to be fighting in the midfield, and at Ferrari, you weren't expecting to be fighting a Williams.
No, we weren't.
No, honestly, I felt like that P3 from Lando and Quali was too good to be true. In fact, it was. But I mean,
You were celebrating like no tomorrow, though.
well, I mean, yeah, because it was entirely on merit. He did a really good job. It's a shame because both him and Piastri are really good drivers. They just don't have a really good car. If they did,
Yeah.
they'd be fighting up there against the Ferraris, the Astons, the Mercedes, the Red Bulls, and holding their own. We've seen Lando do that when the McLaren was at its best in 2021. He was able to really give the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen a really, really hard time. Lewis more so.
Anthony's right now battling yellow. It's fairly close.
Yeah, right now it's the two Mercedes battling the two Ferraris. We've seen this fight many a time in real life.
Where we are. It's lap 17 and 33. Nathan leads by 1.6 seconds. Giants fan finds his way past Moldy Dragon to further put himself into the top 10, sitting right now. A nice P9 position. Looking for a P8 of Balam. I would not go for the cent here. He does not. And we'll continue to sit here in P9 for just a few moments. He should be able to get by on the start finish straight or run down to turn one. He has a moment though. That might cost him though. We'll see on that. Anthony not able to get by Yellow Snowman as of yet. He will not. And Giants fan not really pushing that Williams right now. He's realized he won't be able to get him, so he's gonna sit back, wait for the next point. Continuing on, we'll jump over to Anthony as he's gonna try to close in on Yellow Snowman. Going through turn 5. About half a second back.
Pick another
Oh, you're
bite
back?
Yeah, back
yeah.
online now. This is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm trying to do my best league commentary right now. It's going fairly well. Anthony Jenkins will get much needed DRS. This might be the move here, but he's just too far back. And Moldy Dragon gets his first time penalty of the day. But Anthony on the inside is not going to get it done, though. Yellow just had the speed where Anthony did not. Yellow's just running a much lower downforce setup than Anthony, as Mage is finally back with us, hopefully for the rest of the race. And Yellow, much better chicane than Anthony Jenkins, and he will once again stay ahead of the Mercedes. While we were looking at that, Giants fan was able to get past Balam. He's up in P8 now. He's on his recovery drive, and he's going to be closing in closer and closer to Normbash, as Normbash himself is only 2 seconds away from J-Joe. So battle for P7 is definitely heating up compared to the battle for P4, where Anthony just can't find a way through the Ferrari of Yellow Snowman.
Yep. Okay, I'm reconnected now. And well, the two Mercs, like he said, are on the heels of Ferrari.
Normbash spun!
Well,
Siri.
in times like this, there is only one thing we can say.
Spina.
Yes.
I think you should have let me. Yeah, I think you were letting me say that since I'm the Ferrari fan. Gary's out.
Well, that's gonna
Gary's
be a
out,
safety
and that's
car.
on track.
That's a
It is. Full
Well,
safety car.
that's a free pit stop for Nathan.
Everyone pit for mediums.
Yep, it's going to be medium tires for everybody if they have an extra set. If not, it's going to be hard tires instead. Let's see who's going to pit. Nathan pits,
Nathan's coming in.
understandably. Chili, yep, he's going to pit as well.
Yep.
Benzo, this
Benzo
paid off
has to
brilliantly
pit.
for him. Benzo's having a great day.
Oh, Benzo's having a fantastic day.
Yeah, I mean, it was risky for him to stay out, but I mean, it really paid off. Benzo was just killing it with the strategy.
Yeah. We all knew that he was going to lose those 2 positions off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
We all knew it was going to happen. But we were all hoping, and I know he especially, that we're going to get another one so that we can get an interesting tire battle. And it paid off beautifully. People were deciding to stay out there. I don't know about that call.
I really question that decision because those mediums are going to be begging for mercy by the end. Joe and Giants fan, I mean, they're on hard tires. I understand, but the pace is going to suck.
Yellow, I disagree with that. You had a chance for a brand new set of mediums.
Yeah, unless he started on mediums, didn't he?
He started on hards.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it sounds like this was made by Ferrari strategists.
Those mediums will not make it to the end. Is he gonna bank on another safety car happening and softs?
I would not make that bet, honestly.
No, I wouldn't do that. You have only 12 drivers left, where right now they're not. The safety car is dropping.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, we already
laps.
Yeah, we already used 2 of 4 full safety cars, so we've already gone through half of them. So I mean, I wouldn't be relying on them too much, especially since we've already lost a couple more drivers.
So I'll get you back, but you want to know the crazy thing, Mage?
The crazy thing is that my internet sucks.
Well, I didn't think we need to talk about that, but Joe is P2, and he can go to the end.
Yeah, but his pace is gonna suck on old hard tires.
They will make it though. That's the thing.
He's gonna get points, but he's not gonna get a podium.
You never know. I mean, shenanigans are shenanigans, you know. But as we try to get Mage back in here, lap 21, we are under a safety car. The drivers, you need our invite, or are you good?
Hang on. Why is it?
All right.
Uh-oh, this might be bad.
Oh.
Did it reset my entire game?
Close out and restart.
Hang on.
While Mage tries to fix his game, top 12 right now, as it stands, we only have 12 drivers left. In this lap, so we'll try quick. Yellow Snowman, Giants fan, J-Joe, Nathan, Balam, Chili, Benzo, Moldy, Freebird, Midnight, Normbash, and Anthony Jenkins. And we are going to be going, so hopefully we get Mage back for the restart. If not, I will for once lead you away.
Don't worry, I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, I am mildly.
And we're going.
Yep. Okay, so Yellow Snowman is going to be the one leading them off. Giants fan right behind, and let's see if Yellow Snowman can make a good getaway. And yep, he's already sending it. He's already pulled a bit of a good gap. Meanwhile, wait, that was Nathan. Did he time it perfectly and overtake JoJo just after the line?
I think he did.
That was brilliant from Nathan. Up into 3rd place at the moment. I mean, only 2 cars between him and victory. If Chili overtakes Balam into turn 1, he's now on the hunt after JoJo. And Benzo, at the same time, he's in a really good position himself in P7. And, I mean, it's really going to play into these fresh medium runners' hands. I really question Balam and Yellow Snowman's decisions to stay out. JoJo and Giants fan, a little more understandable. But you can see right now, JoJo's pace is struggling on the hard tires.
Giants fans all over the back of Yellow, though.
I think Nathan might attempt an overtake on Giants fan here. Is he going to attempt to dive? No,
not here. Not here.
Benzo,
but Giants fan is.
Benzo's going for a move on the outside of Balam. Can he get past the AlphaTauri? Well, yeah, he did because he spun out. Meanwhile, Yellow Snowman and Giants Fan are both fighting. Nathan wanting to catch an opportunity here to get past one of them. Giants Fan really sticks his nose in where he maybe shouldn't have, but did it anyways. As now Nathan and Chili are coming to blows in just a moment. Yellow flag in Sector 3. That is Balam and Freebird both on the track. And at the same time, Nathan's going to make a move on the inside of the Williams. Can he get past into second place? Yes, he does. And at the same time, Chili's looking for an opportunity to get past the Williams himself. I think he's going to go on the inside here. What a late move from the Alfa Romeo. He pulls it off and gets into third. As now Nathan is going to attempt to take the lead here from Yellow Snowman. He's got the outside line. He's just closed it off. Late braking from the Alpine driver. Keeps it close. Gets a better exit. He's got a good run here. But Yellow Snowman is still in on this. But he's forced to back out. And that, that was a little bit of contact there between Chili, Giants Fan, and Yellow Snowman. Giants Fan on the outside line. He's got a bit of a better run, but Chili's going to be able to outbrake him here. Giants Fan putting on the pressure on the Alfa Romeo here. Chili's going to attempt to switch back here. He's enough alongside, but he's on the outside line. That may be a bit of a disadvantage for him. But he's still keeping it close. Giants Fan putting on the pressure yet again. But if Chili can keep the inside line going to this corner, he's going to have an advantage. He's going to do another switchback here, isn't he? Oh, he's really going for it. But this is bad news for Chili. Look at the gap Nathan has built. At this point, Chili really needs to push those tires. But that's going to play into Nathan's hands. He's going to have an advantage no matter what now.
These drivers are killing it. Oh, no!
Oh, and there it is. That's the time penalty that just ruined any advantage Nathan had. Why did I say anything? That's commentator's curse right there.
Is that the time penalty that was heard around the no assist lobby?
Oh, man, oh, man. I can only imagine just the sheer look of horror Nathan had when it just said, "You've been given a 3-second time penalty."
If he
Oh,
gets on the podium and he loses out on the win, I will blame you immediately when he joins.
I mean, that would be fair, all things considered.
How many times have you done that this season? Every race, pretty much?
I did it 5 times in the first race alone.
5 times in the first race and also in every race.
Yep.
So
I've done it at least a couple times every race, I want to say. I could be mistaken there. What we need
you need
is...
to stop talking.
What we need is, next season, we need a counter. Like we genuinely
we'll
need...
make a counter.
I will create a counter. And I'll put it in like the bottom right of the screen, just commentator's curse counter.
But Nathan actually built a few tenths there on that last lap, trying to build enough to stay ahead. He's got plenty of time to get it done. They're on level tires.
Yeah, but Chili's starting to close that gap just a little bit, it seems. At the very least, the two are keeping relatively even, and Chili does have about 7/10 of a gap to keep him safe still. I mean, I think he'll want to increase that to maybe 1.5 seconds, but ideally.
Yeah, he's going to want to, but from what I've been seeing, Nathan has the pace on Chili in Sector 3. That's where he is beating him.
Yeah, Benzo's struggling a little bit right now because he's basically stuck behind J-Jo, who has DRS on Yellow Snowman. So Benzo just really needs to find a way to beat him, not in the DRS zone, but around some of these corners. Unfortunately, it's a little bit harder to do that, especially in Sector 3.
Yeah, Sector 3 is, especially with this layout, it's not a good place to get something done. Who's that with yellow flags?
Yeah, it's not a good spot to spin out either for Moon Midnight, especially since that just happened to him. He's only got the P10.
That's why there were yellow flags.
Yeah, Benzo now has Moldy Dragon right behind him. Moldy Dragon could give him a bit of a hard time since Benzo just can't find a way past this Mercedes at the current moment.
Yeah, struggling to get something done, but it looks like Anthony Jenkins just got by Normbash. So could Anthony's late call to come in under safety car be paying off?
I mean, it could be. He is already starting to close that gap to those cars ahead, so he could get it on this section as well. Wouldn't be surprised if JJ is trying to hold off those 2 cars behind him to give his teammate an opportunity.
Yeah, playing a team game wouldn't surprise me, especially with JJ on 16 lap old hards. They will make it. They will. But he might be playing team game as Anthony Jenkins is within 2 seconds already.
And it's plenty of time gained, but bad news for JJ. He no longer has DRS. He doesn't have any advantage now to keep himself ahead of Benzo, and Benzo's just going to zoom past and take a hold of 5th place at long last, now free to chase after the Ferrari and the Williams up ahead to try and claim a podium place.
Yeah, Benzo should definitely have the pace of Yellow Snowman. Snowman could make it. He's definitely within puncture range, though, for sure. But Giants fan holding strong. A little surprised. I expect that kind of pace on guitars compared to newer softs. Not soft, mediums. Apologies.
Yeah, I think the only thing that could really change the course of this race at this point would be someone randomly DNFing, triggering a final safety car, which everybody, of course, would go on soft tires. And I think Giants fan and he'll tell me would be hoping on something like that to occur. Maybe, trying to hold on to, a higher spot, fight for a podium even. But right now, Benzo, I mean, he's got a really good run. He's on fresher, faster tires in comparison to Yellow Snowman. And so I think he's going to be able to find a way past the Ferrari coming down this main straight in just a moment.
Oh yeah, he has the pace on him. This should be no problem at all. Yellow's gonna try to defend it, and with his low downforce, is doing well.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop Benzo from getting alongside. Yeah, well, actually, it might. Wow, that straight line speed of the Ferrari is really doing him a lot of favors. Yeah, Moldy Dragon, though, he's gotten ahead of both Mercedes now and is on the hunt. However, that 3-second time penalty he's got, at least I think it's a 3-second time penalty. Yep, it is. That's going to cause him to lose 2 places, and he's going to be down to P8. So the 2 Mercedes keep up, at the very least, they'll get a few more points.
Yeah. We look for good points. Nathan has not been able to build that gap at all on Chile.
Nope, it maintained pretty much the exact same gap the entire time. 2.3 seconds with it around that area. As Anthony overtakes JJ and takes 7th place. I wouldn't be surprised if JJ just let him by. Because, Anthony's faster here. No point in impeding your teammate in this situation. But at the moment, you can see Benzo's desperate to get past Yellow. Anthony is now right behind. And Moldy Dragon is stuck between the Red Bull and Mercedes. But can the Red Bull Benzo gain enough speed to get past the Ferrari? I think he's too far back. Well, I may be mistaken there. He's got a really good run. He's burning a lot of ERS here. It's going to be enough to get alongside, just a little bit ahead going into turn 1. The Yellow Snowman can still fight it. He actually backed out there, I think.
He also ran over the sausage curb, which ruined the run.
Oh yeah, Moldy Dragon tried to maybe see if he could slot himself on the inside, but Yellow Snowman closed that gap real quick. Now Benzo is free to chase after Giants fan, but he's got only a few laps to do that, and this is where the medium tire is going to start struggling just a little. Benzo, speaking of, had a little bit of oversteer for a moment.
Yes, on with Benzo bring the fight to Giants if he can. With how he mastered meaning, he's got to get a move on.
Oh yeah, Moldy Dragon looking on the inside of the Ferrari. Can he find his way through? Yellow Snowman is still trying to fight this. Can he keep himself ahead? Not for much longer. Unfortunately, he loses out and is now stuck in P6. And, well, and soon he's going to have a Mercedes wanting to find a way past.
Well, Mage, Nathan leads by 2.7. This could actually happen.
Yeah, and that will be perfect for Nathan. That's going to allow him to close that gap to those top runners and secure an even closer spot in the championship. But now Chili's starting to kind of rein that back in. Now, here's the scary part that I just noticed. Chili's been burning nearly all of his ERS just to keep up with Nathan. Well, Nathan has over 80% of his ERS.
Oh.
So I think Nathan, in the final like 2 laps or so, is gonna burn everything to just destroy Chili and build a big enough gap.
Yeah.
Yellow flag at sector 2. That's the McLaren off the track, having to wait for the Ferrari to go by. Midnight is now down into 10th place.
Mage, you don't want to know what I just found out about the championship as it stands if Nathan got the win.
What would that be?
Chile leads by 4 points against Chile, who then leads by 6 points ahead of Yellow Snowman.
Okay, so 10 points between the top 3.
Yes! With 2 to go, if Nathan gets the win. Kind of knowing that, I kind of want Nathan to win now for sure. Gives us a better fight.
Oh yeah, I mean it would keep the fight close. I mean, kind of like in 2021, literally.
I mean, a
tied.
P2 still keeps the fight alive.
Oh yeah, but no, like 2021, they were tied going into the final round, which I still can't believe that. Like after
We might get that.
Yeah, after 20 races, several sprints, and a race of half points, they end up tied. I was just mind blown.
Mage.
Midnight pinning for soft tires.
Do you see the gap for
Yep, yeah. Like I said, Nathan's been burning his ERS. He had over 80%. He now has under 50%. He's burnt up nearly all he's got now, with a couple laps left to go. And he's managed to build over 3 seconds now. And
that's what he has to do in these late stages. And there you go, a 19.4.
Yep, fastest lap of the race now. Chile has lots of that gap that he was so desperately trying to hold on to. And Nathan is going to be able to secure victory at this rate. Unless, something crazy happens. I hope not.
Don't jinx him.
Yeah, meanwhile,
I will say... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, we have another fight going on here. Yellow Snowman blitzing past the Aston Martin and Moldy Dragon to take a hold of 5th place once again. As Moldy Dragon basically burnt up all his DRS. But he's gained a little bit of it back now. Anthony Jenkins is also in on this fight. It's a 3-way battle for P5.
Yeah. It's a very good fight going on. Yellow flag. Who's that? Is that... Don't tell me. Oh, that's not who I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a penultimate lap, so at this point, there is going to be no more safety cars at all.
This is interesting. That was Giants fan making a mistake. Benzo is only 1.2 back.
Well, that is bad news for Giants fan. If Benzo gets within a second, he could make a move with a lap left to go. Giants fan, I mean, he's on ancient hard tires. Checking on him. He doesn't appear to have a puncture, but he'd definitely be close in range. Giants man gets a 3-second time penalty! That's going to put Benzo on the podium. Oh, that's a critical mistake on the final lap coming up, no less.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh! And Midnight, who was on his fastest lap attempt, had a moment, so that looks like it will be staying with Nathan as Anthony gets by.
Yep. Anthony manages to make that move up into P5 now. Brilliant race from Anthony at the moment, but I think Moldy Dragon is going to try and fight it back. Is he going to try and go for the inside? He is going to go for the inside line here. No, never mind. He's just completely backed up there. Meanwhile, at the same time, Chili, he's desperately trying to close that gap. Look at how close it is right now. Only a tenth separate the two. With a few corners left to go, could Chili somehow get back in range? It's so incredibly close. But now
I don't think he will.
Again. I mean, it's close. He's back in range. He's just outside of the range.
Oh no, that moment sold it. That moment sold it.
Oh, that little moment.
Nathan's gonna win.
Maybe.
He
See.
will.
Yep.
It's over.
Nathan's got it. Chili with 10.
Benzo could hang on.
I think Benzo's got it.
No mistakes. He has.
That wasn't ideal, but I do think he's got enough momentum.
To 8
It's
to
gonna
9.
be kind of close.
He got it. Oh, there's your top 3. Oh, what a finish.
Less than a
Nathan, Chili, and
10th
Benzo.
separating the top 2, and then 3rd and 4th after the penalties. That is absolutely insane, but that was enough of a difference for Nathan to get even closer to the title fight. He's not leading it, but he's closed the gap. We have a real championship battle between Nathan Chili and Yellow Snowman now.
I just told him to go to the waiting room for the interviews. That was a finish.
Yeah. Anything can happen at this point.
Nathan's only behind by 3 points.
Yep.
3 points.
Yeah, that fastest lap definitely did him
95
a load
to
of favors.
92 to did Yellow finish P5?
Yes. Wait.
Maybe 2.
It may have been P6. Let me take a look here.
If it's P5, he's only 10 back. I'm gonna skip the podium thing on my game to see if he finished. He's P6. He's 12 back. That's interesting. That changes everything.
Oh yeah, that means I think the final race isn't actually going to be the most important one. I think Canada.
This one might. Next one might be.
Well, yeah, Abu Dhabi is going to be the defining race.
Of course it is Abu Dhabi. But it looks like we have P3 here, so I'm going to bring him in. It's Benzo Slice if you're ready, Mage.
Yep.
All right, Benzo, you got us?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. I gotta say, you must have ice flowing through your veins or something, because the strategy calls you have made throughout these past few races have been absolutely incredible. It's paid off time and time again. And again, it was a bit of a gamble to continue to stay out on the hard tires, but it paid off, and it's allowed you to make another step onto the podium. Brilliant strategy, brilliant pace. How do you feel with that result?
Pretty happy. Honestly, when the safety car went back in, I was like, damn, I might not even be able to get that podium back. But hey, it was just that one mistake from Giants fan, and he got that penalty, and I was just okay. No, I can't let him go now, so I had to push it. But if there wasn't that safety car at the end there, I would have keep going and pitted for softs. But that was another gamble that I don't know, man, because everyone was like pretty much in the back of me, and that train was scary as hell.
Yeah, you did well to navigate that train, though. Yeah, brilliant result. I mean, if you continue at this rate, I think going to the next season, we could see you as a potential title contender.
Oh Lord, I don't know about that, because these guys in the front are scary fast. I think at one point when I was on the hards and I had Nathan and Chili behind me, I just said, you know what, just go. I let them right through, because I was like, there is no way I'm fighting these guys right now. I was just focused on my race and making sure because I was fighting the two Mercedes at one point, and I was scared for my life, man. And another moment, I saw there was drunken in the back of me, but I don't know what happened to him. I think he tried to pit and it didn't work out. But hey,
Yeah, he crashed into the wall.
well, you see, these guys were scary. Like I was scared all race. I was sweating, man. I was like,
Yeah. Real quick before we let you go, take me through that last lap, especially that gap between you and Giants fan was etching closer and closer to Giants fan hanging on.
Man, it was just like I was just trying to keep the car on the track just to make sure I don't lose too much time. But the last two corners, I went over the bump and
Mm-hmm.
I lost a lot of time. So I was able to, like, I think it was like a tenth or less. I don't I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even sure the time.
I think it was like 900, so just under a tenth.
Oh man. Well, hey, I did it. Another one. We'll
Yep,
see
there you
how it
go.
goes from there.
Yep, and good job today. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for your
Yes,
time.
sir. Thanks again.
All right, let's bring in P2 of Chili. All right, Chili, you there?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, so Chili, maybe not the ideal result you were looking for. Still, that second place has managed to allow you to maintain lead of the championship, but Nathan has closed the gap. There's only Pat, you said 3 points.
3 points.
Yep, and you also have Yellow Snowman 12 points back. So right now it's between the three of you fighting for the title at the end. With only 2 races left to go. Still, you kept that fight close throughout the entire way, but unfortunately, where you were burning quite a bit of ERS to keep up, Nathan had actually saved up over 80% into the last 4 or so laps and dumped everything, basically biding his time the
Wow.
whole way.
Holy crap, yeah. That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I mean, that was fun. The very end was really fun, I've got to say.
Mm-hmm.
GG's Pocus, by the way. That was friggin' sweaty. I'm freaking like sweaty right now. I'm like, oh, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, go ahead.
Your race was very up and down. We got close battles between you and Nathan throughout. Then the safety car saw you a little bit further back, and you had to fight through. When you were further back during the safety car, I believe it was. Take us through your mindset of just getting through the field just to get back up there with Nathan.
Yeah, that was pretty much, it was just get right behind him and just follow him through as much as I can, which I think I did pretty well. I mean, I didn't lose too much time to him. I think by the end I was only 2 seconds behind him once we got through all the traffic, which was, I mean, ideally I'd like to be in front of him or on his rear bumper, but I'll take that considering how fast he is, and like that's a win for me.
Right.
How won't lie, but it was fun. Getting through the traffic was fun. It was a lot of, pick the right battles and don't do stupid things. Don't bottle the race, at the tail end.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I'm known for.
Yep. So Pat and I have speculated that the critical round is not going to be Canada, but actually next week in Abu Dhabi. So do you have any plans or strategies going into that?
My strategy is going to be practice every day.
Good strategy.
Yeah, it's just going to be get as comfortable with it as I can. Like Spain, I didn't do much today, but I'm normally pretty good around here, so I didn't feel too bad. But Abu Dhabi, it's going to be like, yeah, practice 4 or 5 days this week and get really damn fast.
Yeah.
And I can try and put up a fight, at least try, go down trying. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
See ya.
Yep. All right. So now P1 of Nathan Buckus. All right, Nathan, you got us?
Nathan?
Did I need a check?
Nathan, can you hear us? Did you accidentally mute yourself or something?
He took himself off mute for my.
Oh, wait.
Maybe try leave it the call and rejoin.
Yeah,
so we
maybe
can see if
try
that
that.
fixes it.
Nathan, can you hear us?
Hello.
There we go.
There we go. real quick before we get started, you went at the start of this race, P3, 11 points back, to P2, 3 points back with 2 rounds to go. How does that make you feel?
Oh, that'll be a close end, huh?
Yeah.
What's the next round?
Abu Dhabi.
Canada.
Dhabi? Maybe?
No, not Canada, Abu Dhabi.
Can-
Apologies.
Abu Dhabi, thank God. Canada is awful. Uh, well, I gotta keep going, huh?
Yeah.
Fighting with Chile. Oh, there's different points.
Yep.
3 points.
Yep,
Right.
Chile
3
is
points?
ahead, and then you've got
Oh.
Yellowstone about 9 points behind you. So he's definitely still in this. But I gotta say, really impressive race from you. You got pole, held on to the lead as best as you could. Chile just harassed you the entire race pretty much. That time penalty seemed a little bit scary, but Pat and I noticed that
Oof.
you had actually held on to a lot of ERS, and then with a few laps left to go, you just dumped it and built enough of a
Yeah.
gap to get a hold of that victory. Good strategy, absolutely paid off. But I gotta say, Pat and I are speculating that the critical round is going to be Canada, but it is going to be Abu Dhabi. So, what's your plan and strategy going into it?
Well, Abu Dhabi is probably my best track. I love that. I think God it's not Canada. Otherwise, I would lost the championship.
Chile
For
Chile
sure.
would not like the
I'm
seven.
not kidding. Canada. Oh, just
Mm.
thank God not. But gotta do my best at Abu Dhabi as always. But Chile was on fire tonight.
Mhm.
Like the first stint, I was keeping with the pace, but after the second stint, I thought, oh, I could go away and get a great gap. But he was keeping on me. I was surprised that I had to get a big gap, but he was on fire tonight. Big thanks to him.
Yeah, I was looking before you started dumping all your ERS at the end. You were pretty much matching lap times throughout.
Thank God I had the ERS because I wouldn't get the gap for that 3 sec. Oh, and I almost throw away the win and also.
Yeah, how did you
Not sure how
react
I
when
got
you
2
suddenly
warnings
saw that
from
alert that
one
you got a
corner.
3-second time penalty?
Yeah, basically got one turn 1 and turn 2 straight away. Not sure how,
Uh,
but anyway, it was good.
yeah,
I
it
got
made it
a
a
bit
lot more
nervous.
interesting for us.
And on the last third sector, I floor damage, like yellow floor damage. The car was terrible. I
Wow.
thought, and can't believe I'm gonna throw it in this last sector.
Jeez.
But it was 110. Maybe I
Yeah,
was
just
ahead
about 10th.
110. Wow, that was close.
Yeah. Very fun, exciting race.
But GG's for Chile.
Yep.
Amazing race. And these amazing battles on the after the safety car. 4 cars battling on the chicane. Wow. But GG's, guys.
Yep. And we'll
Yep.
see you next week.
Yep, thanks for your time.
GG's.
So that's on to Abu Dhabi.
Yep. We have just 2 more races remaining next week, Abu Dhabi, and then finally to finish it all off, Canada. Now, I'm actually going to be moving in the weekend of June 18th, so there is a possibility I may not be present. Pat still will be, so there may be someone else helping to head up the commentary.
I
that
hope so.
day.
Otherwise, there will be no stream because I don't have a stream PC.
Well, right. Maybe someone will be able to help and sub in at that time. Hopefully, I will be able to get everything set up again on the night of June 18th. Ideally, I will, but I can't guarantee that, unfortunately. But I am gonna absolutely try and see what I can do. But at the very least, we'll be able to look forward to Abu Dhabi next week. But don't be surprised if you see the setup June 11th to be a little bit stripped down, perhaps. Because we do have a lot of prep work to make. Although thankfully the apartment I'm moving into is very big, so
There you go.
yeah. Moving is going to be too difficult, but it's a matter of how difficult the ISP is going to be when I set them up. But yep. We can look forward to Abu Dhabi next week. So we'll be seeing you all then. I've been Buck Mage.
Having Pat.
And we'll be seeing you all next time.